The Garden Beyond the Locked Door. English Story Level 6. At the far end of her grandmother's ancient mansion, 17-year-old Elise discovered a narrow hallway she had never noticed before. Dusty portraits lined the walls, their painted eyes watching her with odd familiarity. At the end of the hallway stood a small wooden door with a silver lock shaped like a leaf. No one in the family knew where it led, or so they claimed, but Elise felt the door calling to her, as if it had been waiting for her arrival. She searched the mansion for a key that matched the lock, rummaging through drawers, trunks, and forgotten boxes. Late one evening, she found a silver key hidden inside the frame of an old mirror. It shimmered faintly when she touched it. Elise hurried to the hallway, her heart racing as she fitted the key into the lock. The door clicked open with a soft sigh, releasing air that smelled of spring rain and blooming flowers. Behind the door stretched a vast, luminous garden far larger than the mansion could ever contain. Giant trees glowed with bioluminescent leaves, a crystal river wound between vibrant flower beds, and strange winged creatures fluttered through the air like floating jewels. The moment Elise stepped inside, the world brightened, as though the garden recognized her presence. A young man dressed in moss-green robes approached, introducing himself as Rowan, the garden's guardian. He told her this was the Verdant Sanctuary, a living place created to protect endangered magical species. The sanctuary existed between worlds, accessible only to those chosen by the garden itself. Rowan explains that Elise's grandmother had once been the sanctuary's guardian, but had sealed it long ago to prevent a spreading blight from consuming it. Elise noticed parts of the garden dimming, petals shedding light like dying embers. Rowan revealed the blight had returned, stronger than before. Only someone with a connection to the garden's lineage could purify it. Though uncertain, Elise felt a pull deep within her chest, as though the sanctuary's heartbeat was echoing inside her. She followed Rowan through the dimming sections of the sanctuary. They encountered creatures weakened by the spreading decay. Shimmering deer with fading antlers, songbirds whose melodies had turned to whispers, and ancient turtles with cracked shells of glowing stone. Elise's heart ached at the sight. She promised to help even without knowing how. At the sanctuary's core stood the heartbloom, a massive flower whose petals were the source of the garden's energy. Now its petals were shriveled, and dark vines strangled its stem. Rowan warned that only Elise could enter the circle of roots surrounding it, for the heartbloom would reject anyone else. Elise stepped forward, her hands trembling as she touched the dying petals. A flood of images filled her mind, memories of her grandmother tending the garden, singing to the heartbloom, nurturing creatures Elise had never seen before. The final memory showed her grandmother sealing the door while tears streamed down her face. Elise understood. Her grandmother had protected the sanctuary alone until she grew too weak. Warm energy pulsed from Elise's hands as she whispered a promise to continue what her grandmother had started. Light spread across the heartbloom, driving away the dark vines. The petals unfurled, casting a strong radiance that surged across the sanctuary. Trees glowed brighter than ever, creatures regained their strength, and the river sparkled with renewed life. Rowan bowed deeply, calling Elise the new guardian of the Verdant Sanctuary. Though she knew it would be a heavy responsibility, Elise felt no fear, only purpose. She stepped back through the door to the mansion, knowing the sanctuary would always wait for her.